Welcome back to our channel. Today we are going to talk about something very deep and emotional. One day, every person becomes older. And when many people look back at their life, they realize something painful. They did not regret every failure. They regretted the chances they never took, the dreams they ignored, the people they did not spend time with, the feelings they never expressed, the life they were too afraid to live. Many people spend their whole life saying, "I'll do it later. I still have time. One day I'll start." But life moves very fast. Days become years before people even realize it. And one day, many people wake up full of regret. In this video, we will talk about the biggest regrets people have in old age and the powerful life lessons we can learn from them before it becomes too late. This video can truly change the way you think about your life, your future, your family, your dreams, and your time. So listen carefully until the end, because maybe these lessons can help you avoid a lifetime of regret. Regret 1. Not starting a business. One of the biggest regrets many older people have is this: they never started. Not because they had no dreams, not because they had no ideas, not because they had no ability, but because fear controlled them for too long. Many people secretly dream about building something of their own. Maybe a small business, a shop, a restaurant, a clothing brand, a YouTube channel, an online store, a coaching business, or a creative project. Deep inside, they want freedom. They want to create something meaningful. They want to build a life where they are not always depending on someone else. But most people never even try. Why? Because the mind constantly creates fear. What if I fail? What if I lose money? What if people laugh at me? What if I embarrass myself? What if I'm not smart enough? And slowly, fear becomes stronger than dreams. So they wait. They tell themselves, "I'll start next year. I need more money first. I need more confidence. I need the perfect time." But the painful truth is this: the perfect time almost never comes. Life keeps moving. Responsibilities grow, fear grows, age increases, energy changes. And one day many people suddenly realize years passed, but they never started. This creates deep regret, because failing is painful for a short time, but regret can stay in the heart for an entire lifetime. Another painful truth is this: most successful businesses did not begin perfectly. Many successful people started with little money, small rooms, old laptops, fear, rejection, and uncertainty. Some failed many times before succeeding, but they learned something important. Action creates opportunities. Waiting creates regret. Another reason many people never start is because they compare themselves to others. They look at already successful people and think, "I can never become like them." But they forget something very important. Every successful person was once a beginner. Nobody starts at the top. Every business begins small. Even huge companies once started with one idea, one person, and one small step. Another major problem is fear of judgment. Many people care too much about what others think. If they start a business and struggle, they fear criticism. So they choose safety instead of growth. But years later, The same people often regret listening too much to fear and outside opinions, because the opinions of people rarely matter in old age, but missed opportunities do. Another important thing is this: starting a business is not only about money, it is also about freedom, creativity, growth, independence, confidence, and purpose. Building something of your own changes you mentally. You learn discipline, patience, communication, leadership, and problem solving. Even failure teaches valuable lessons. That is why trying matters so much. Another painful reality is that many people spend their entire life building someone else's dream while ignoring their own. Every day becomes the same routine. Wake up, go to work, come home tired, repeat. Years pass quietly, and deep inside, many people continue wondering, what would have happened if I had tried? That question becomes painful later in life, because there is no clear answer anymore. Only imagination and regret remain. Another important lesson is that small beginnings are powerful. Many people never start because they think success requires huge money immediately. But many businesses begin very small. One customer, one product, one video, one idea, one step. Big success usually grows slowly. Patience matters greatly. Another powerful truth is this: failure is not the opposite of success. Failure is often part of success. Every mistake teaches something. Every challenge builds experience. People who succeed usually fail many times quietly before others see their success publicly. But people who never try learn nothing. And later, many older people realize something heartbreaking. They were more capable than they believed. Fear made them smaller than they truly were. Another major regret is not trusting themselves. Many people spend years doubting their abilities. But confidence rarely appears before action. Confidence grows through action. The more people try, learn, fail, improve, and continue, the stronger they become mentally. Another important thing is freedom. Many older people regret never creating financial independence. They spent their whole life depending completely on jobs they disliked because they were too afraid to build something different. This creates emotional frustration later in life. Another painful truth is this: time moves extremely fast. 1 year becomes 5 years. 5 years become 20 years. And many people suddenly wake up older, tired, and full of what-if questions. What if I had started earlier? What if I had believed in myself? What if I had taken the risk? That is why action matters now, not someday, now. You do not need to know everything before starting. You simply need courage to begin. Small action today is more powerful than endless planning without action. Another important lesson is this: most people regret the risks they never took more than the mistakes they made. Mistakes heal. Failure teaches. But regret stays heavy inside the heart. So if you have a dream, an idea, or something meaningful you want to build, do not wait forever. Start small if necessary. Start afraid if necessary. Start imperfect if necessary, but start. Because one day you will either feel proud that you tried or regret that you never gave yourself the chance. Regret 2. Not taking care of health and fitness. One of the biggest regrets many older people have is not taking care of their body when they were younger. When people are young, they often feel strong and healthy. They think, I still have time. I'll exercise later. I'll take care of my health in the future. So they ignore their body for many years. They eat unhealthy food. They sleep badly. They avoid exercise. They sit all day. They ignore stress. They damage their body slowly without realizing it. But the body remembers everything. As people become older, the consequences slowly appear. Low energy, body pain, weakness, health problems, stress, difficulty walking, difficulty sleeping, and many older people realize something painful. Good health is one of the most valuable things in life. Without health, even simple things become difficult. Walking becomes difficult. Travel becomes difficult. Enjoying life becomes difficult. Another painful truth is this: many people spend their youth sacrificing health to earn money, then later spend money trying to recover health. This becomes a painful cycle. A healthy body gives freedom. Freedom to move, travel, work, enjoy life, and spend quality time with loved ones. Many people only understand the importance of health after losing it. That is why prevention is so important. Small daily habits create huge long-term results. For example, a person who exercises regularly for years may protect their body greatly in old age. But someone who ignores health completely may suffer physically later. Another important thing is this: fitness is not only about appearance. Many people think health means having perfect muscles or looking attractive. But real health is much deeper. Real health means energy, strength, movement, mental peace, and quality of life. A healthy body helps the mind too. Exercise reduces stress, anxiety, overthinking, and emotional pressure. Movement helps people feel mentally stronger and emotionally calmer. Another painful regret many older people have is losing energy too early. Some people become physically weak while still relatively young because they ignored their health for too long. They wish they had walked more, exercised more, eaten better, and cared for their body earlier. Another important lesson is discipline. Health is built slowly through small, consistent habits. Not extreme motivation for 1 week. Simple habits matter greatly. Walking daily, sleeping properly, drinking water, eating healthier food, stretching, reducing stress, getting sunlight, moving the body regularly. These simple habits seem small today, but over many years, they completely shape future health. Another painful truth is this: the modern lifestyle often destroys health slowly. People sit for hours, use phones constantly, sleep late, eat processed food, feel stressed daily, rarely move their body. And because the damage happens slowly, many people ignore it. But years later, the body begins reacting. Another major regret is not valuing the body earlier. The human body works silently every day. The heart beats, the lungs breathe, the brain functions. Most people only notice their body when something goes wrong. But health should be appreciated before sickness appears. Another important thing is mental health. Many people ignore emotional stress for years. Constant stress, anxiety, and overthinking affect the body too. Mental and physical health are deeply connected. A peaceful mind helps create a healthier body. That is why emotional care matters too. Rest, peace, healthy relationships, silence, and balance. Another powerful lesson is that small, healthy choices repeated daily become life-changing over time. You do not need perfection. You simply need consistency. Even 20 minutes of walking, healthier eating, proper sleep, and less stress can slowly transform health greatly over many years. Another painful reality is that many older people wish they had understood one simple truth earlier. Health is wealth. Without health, success loses meaning. Money becomes less enjoyable when the body is constantly suffering. A healthy person often has dreams, energy, and freedom. A sick body limits life greatly. Another important thing is self-respect. Taking care of your body is a form of self-respect. It means understanding. My future matters. My body matters. My life matters. Another major regret is not starting earlier. Many people think they must wait for Monday, next month, or next year. But health improves through small action today, not through endless planning. Another important lesson is aging. The body naturally changes with time. That is why healthy habits become even more important. People who care for their body earlier usually experience better mobility, better energy, and better quality of life later. Another painful truth is this: time moves very quickly, and many people suddenly wake up one day realizing they ignored their health for decades. This realization can become emotionally painful because some damage becomes difficult to reverse later. That is why action today matters greatly. Even small healthy changes today can protect your future self. So remember this carefully. You do not need a perfect body. You simply need to stop neglecting your health. Protect your body while you still can. Move your body. Rest properly. Eat better. Sleep better. Reduce stress. Take care of your mind, because one day, your older self will either thank you or regret that you waited too long to care about your health. Regret 3. Not saving money for the future. One of the biggest regrets many older people have is not preparing financially for the future. When people are young, retirement feels very far away. They think, I still have a lot of time. I'll save money later. I want to enjoy life now. So they spend almost everything they earn: new clothes, expensive things, entertainment, unnecessary shopping, lifestyle pressure, showing off to other people. And slowly years pass. But one day many people suddenly realize something frightening. They never built financial security. This creates enormous stress in old age. Because when people become older, working becomes harder. Energy decreases, health changes, responsibilities increase. And without savings, life can become very difficult. Another painful truth is this: many people earn money for years, but never learn how to manage it. Making money is important, but keeping and growing money is equally important. Some people earn a good salary their entire life, but still struggle financially later because they spent everything carelessly. Another important thing is that money itself is not happiness, but lack of money creates stress. Financial stress affects mental health, relationships, freedom, and peace of mind. Many older people regret not learning, saving, investing, budgeting, and financial discipline earlier, because financial freedom usually grows slowly over time, not overnight. Another painful reality is this: small financial decisions repeated for many years create huge results later. For example, a person who saves even a small amount consistently for many years may build strong financial stability later. But someone who constantly wastes money without planning may struggle greatly in the future. This is why discipline matters more than showing off. Another major problem is comparison. Many people spend money trying to impress others. They buy things they do not truly need just to appear successful. But years later, those temporary purchases disappear, and financial regret remains. Another important lesson is delayed gratification. This means sacrificing small pleasures today for a better future tomorrow. This is difficult for many people. The modern world constantly encourages people to spend. More shopping, more luxury, more entertainment, more instant pleasure. But financially wise people think differently. They think about the future too. They understand something important. Every dollar saved today can help create freedom later. Another painful regret older people have is dependence. Many people become completely dependent on family, children, or others financially because they never prepared earlier. This often creates emotional pain and stress. Financial independence creates dignity and peace. Another important thing is emergency preparation. Life is unpredictable. Unexpected problems happen. Health issues, job loss, accidents, economic problems, emergencies. People with savings often handle difficulties more calmly. But people without preparation may experience enormous fear during hard times. Another powerful lesson is that investing time is just as important as investing money. Many older people regret not learning financial education earlier. They wish they had understood saving, investing, compound growth, business, and money management sooner. Because time is one of the most powerful parts of financial growth. Money grows slowly over long periods. That is why starting early matters greatly. Another painful truth is this: many people waste years thinking, "I'll start later." But later arrives faster than expected. 1 year becomes 10 years very quickly. And many older people suddenly realize they delayed financial responsibility for too long. Another important lesson is simplicity. Financial peace often comes from discipline, smart decisions, and avoiding unnecessary spending. You do not need to become rich overnight. You simply need healthy money habits. Small habits matter greatly. Saving regularly, avoiding unnecessary debt, learning financial skills, investing wisely, living below your means, planning for the future. These habits slowly create stability. Another major regret is sacrificing long-term peace for short-term pleasure. Many people choose temporary excitement repeatedly. Luxury spending, impulsive buying, careless habits. But later, they wish they had built stronger financial foundations instead. Another important truth is this: money creates choices. Financial freedom gives people more security, more options, and less stress. It allows people to rest, travel, support family, enjoy life peacefully, and handle emergencies better. That is why financial preparation matters greatly. Another painful reality is that many older people continue working even when their body becomes tired because they have no financial safety. This creates emotional exhaustion. Many wish they had prepared earlier so they could enjoy later years more peacefully. Another important thing is balance. Saving money does not mean never enjoying life. Life should still be enjoyed. But balance matters. Spend wisely. Save wisely. Think long term. Another powerful lesson is responsibility. Your future life is shaped by your daily financial decisions. Every small decision matters over time. Another important truth is this: nobody becomes financially secure accidentally. Financial stability usually comes from discipline, patience, learning, and long-term thinking. And the earlier people start, the easier the journey often becomes. So remember this carefully. Do not wait until old age to think about your future. Start preparing now. Even small savings matter. Even small investments matter. Even small financial discipline matters. Because one day, your older self will either feel peace, security, and freedom, or deep regret for not preparing earlier. Regret 4. Not traveling and experiencing life. One of the biggest regrets many older people have is this: they spent too much time only surviving, and not enough time truly living. Many people spend most of their life trapped inside the same routine. Wake up, go to work, come home tired, sleep, repeat. Days become months, months become years, years become a lifetime. And during all this time, many people secretly dream about traveling, exploring the world, seeing new places, meeting new people, and experiencing life more deeply. But they keep postponing it. They say, one day I'll travel. One day I'll enjoy life. One day I'll explore the world. But sometimes one day never comes. This becomes a painful regret later in life. Another important truth is this: travel is not only about luxury or expensive vacations. Travel is about experience. Even small trips can change a person deeply. Seeing different places teaches things that books sometimes cannot teach. New cultures, new lifestyles, new languages, new perspectives. Travel helps people realize how big the world truly is. Many people spend their entire life inside the same small mental world because they never step outside familiar places. Another painful reality is fear. Many people avoid traveling because of money fears, safety fears, comfort zones, or uncertainty. They think, it's too risky, it's too expensive. Maybe later. But later often disappears faster than expected. Time moves quickly, and one day many older people realize their body no longer has the same energy, health, or freedom to explore life easily. That realization can feel heartbreaking. Another important lesson is that experiences become memories. At the end of life, people rarely remember every phone they bought, every unnecessary purchase, or every small luxury item. But they remember experiences, the places they visited, the people they met, the adventures they lived, the moments that made them feel alive. Experiences create emotional richness. Another powerful truth is this: travel builds confidence. When people leave familiar environments, they learn problem solving, independence, communication, adaptability, and courage. Even simple travel experiences help people grow mentally. A person who travels often learns how different people live, think, and survive. This creates humility and gratitude. Another painful regret many older people have is working too much without enjoying life enough. Some people spend their entire youth chasing only money. And while financial responsibility is important, life should not become only work. Balance matters. Life should include memories, joy, adventure, connection, and experience too. Another important thing is freedom. Travel reminds people that life is larger than daily stress. Many people become mentally trapped inside work pressure, routine, fear, and responsibilities. Seeing new places refreshes the mind. It helps people feel alive again. Another painful truth is this: many people wait for perfect conditions before experiencing life. They wait for more money, more time, more confidence, more security. But perfect conditions rarely arrive. Life is always uncertain. That is why waiting forever becomes dangerous. Another major lesson is appreciating the present. Many older people regret being too busy worrying about the future while forgetting to enjoy the present. They spent years postponing happiness. But life is happening now, not someday. Another important thing is relationships. Traveling with family, friends, parents, children, or loved ones creates powerful memories. One trip together can become a beautiful memory remembered for decades. But opportunities do not last forever. Parents grow older, children grow up, people move away. Life changes. That is why meaningful experiences matter deeply. Another painful reality is this: many people realize too late that life is not only about achievement. It is also about experience. Success without meaningful memories can feel emotionally empty later. Another powerful lesson is courage. Trying new things keeps the spirit alive. Exploring new places, foods, cultures, and experiences keeps life exciting and meaningful. Fear shrinks life. Curiosity expands life. Another important truth is this: travel does not always require huge money. Sometimes even a small trip, a new city, nature, a road trip, or exploring nearby places can create beautiful memories. The goal is not showing luxury online. The goal is feeling alive and experiencing life more fully. Another painful regret older people often carry is realizing they spent too much time preparing for life instead of actually living it. They planned constantly, worked constantly, worried constantly, but forgot to enjoy the journey itself. Another major lesson is that time is limited. Youth, energy, health, and opportunities do not last forever. That is why creating memories matters now, not only after retirement, not only after becoming rich, now. Another important thing is emotional growth. Travel often changes perspective completely. Many people return from experiences feeling more grateful, more mature, more open-minded, and more emotionally alive. The world teaches powerful lessons to people willing to explore it. So remember this carefully. Life is not meant to be only work and survival. Life should also include adventure, discovery, joy, connection, and meaningful experiences. Do not postpone living forever. Create memories while you still can. Explore while you still can. Experience life while you still can. Because one day, many people realize too late. They spent their whole life preparing for life, but never fully lived it. Regret 5. Not spending enough time with family. One of the deepest and most painful regrets many older people have is this. They did not spend enough time with the people they loved. Many people spend most of their life chasing money, success, work, status, and responsibilities. They wake up early, work all day, come home tired, stay busy constantly, and slowly, without realizing it, precious time with family disappears. At first, it does not seem serious. People think, I'll spend more time with them later. I'm busy right now. I'm doing this for my family. But life moves very quickly. Children grow up. Parents become old. Relationships change. People move away. Some people disappear forever. And one day, many older people suddenly realize something heartbreaking. The moments they missed can never return again. Another painful truth is this. Most people think they have more time than they actually do. They assume their parents will always be there, their children will always stay young, and their loved ones will always wait for them. But time never stops moving. One normal dinner together today may later become a priceless memory. One conversation, one laugh, one hug, one peaceful evening together. These simple moments later become emotionally powerful. Another major regret many older people carry is emotional absence. Even when physically present, many people were mentally absent. Always stressed, always distracted, always working, always checking phones, always worrying about problems. Their body was with family, but their mind was somewhere else. And later, they realized they were not fully present during some of the most important years of life. Another painful reality is this. Children do not stay children forever. One day they want your attention constantly. Then slowly they grow older, become busy, and create their own life. Many parents later regret working too much and missing important moments. School events, family trips, simple conversations, time together. Those moments cannot be bought back later with money. Another important truth is this. Parents also grow older quietly. Many people become so busy with life that they rarely spend meaningful time with their mother or father. They think, I'll visit later. I'll call later. I'm too busy right now. But one day, later disappears, and the pain of lost time becomes extremely heavy. Many older people say they would trade money, success, and possessions just to spend one more day with someone they loved. That realization is deeply painful. Another major lesson is that success means very little without meaningful relationships. A person may become rich, famous, or powerful, but still feel emotionally empty if they neglected the people who truly mattered. At the end of life, most people do not think about cars, offices, titles, or expensive things. They think about people, the moments shared, the love given, the memories created. Relationships become the real wealth of life. Another painful regret is not expressing love enough. Many people love their family deeply, but rarely say it. They assume people already know. But spoken love matters. Simple words matter. I love you. I'm proud of you. Thank you. I appreciate you. These words become priceless memories later. Another important thing is balance. Work is important. Responsibilities are important. But life should not become only work. Family time should not always become later. Because later is never guaranteed. Another painful truth is that modern life constantly steals attention. Phones, social media, work pressure, stress, distractions. Many people spend more time looking at screens than looking into the eyes of the people they love. This slowly weakens relationships. Another major lesson is presence. Sometimes family does not need expensive gifts. They simply want your attention, your time, your listening, your love, and your presence. Simple moments often become the most meaningful. Eating together, talking together, walking together, laughing together. These moments later become beautiful memories. Another painful regret many older people carry is unresolved relationships. Arguments, pride, ego, and emotional distance destroy many family connections. Some people spend years avoiding conversations or holding anger. Then suddenly life changes. Illness, distance, or death appears unexpectedly, and regret becomes extremely painful. That is why forgiveness and communication matter greatly. Another important truth is this: time with loved ones is limited. Nobody stays forever. This reality is painful, but it is also important. It reminds people to value relationships now, not someday. Now. Another major lesson is gratitude. Many people only understand the value of family after losing someone. But wisdom means appreciating people before loss happens, not after. Another powerful truth is this: a meaningful life is built from meaningful relationships. Love, connection, support, and shared memories give life emotional depth. Without relationships, even success can feel lonely. Another painful reality is that many older people realize too late that they spent too much energy building careers and not enough energy building memories with the people they loved most. That realization stays heavy inside the heart. So remember this carefully. Spend time with your family while you still can. Call people you love. Visit your parents. Listen more carefully. Put the phone down sometimes. Create memories. Express love openly. Because one day you will not remember every stressful work day, but you will remember the people, the moments, and the love you shared. Regret 6. Not expressing personal feelings. One of the saddest regrets many older people have is this: they never truly expressed what they felt inside. Many people spend their whole life hiding emotions. They hide love, pain, fear, dreams, sadness, gratitude, and truth. Sometimes they stay silent because of fear. Fear of rejection, fear of embarrassment, fear of judgment, fear of looking weak, and slowly silence becomes a habit. They want to say, I love you, I miss you, I'm sorry, I'm proud of you, I was hurting, thank you for everything. But they keep postponing those words. And later, many realized something heartbreaking. Some words were never spoken before it became too late. Another painful truth is this: many relationships break not because love disappears, but because feelings were never communicated honestly. People expect others to understand their emotions automatically, but humans cannot read minds. Love must sometimes be spoken. Pain must sometimes be shared. Apologies must sometimes be said openly. Another important thing is pride. Pride stops many people from expressing emotions. Some people grow up believing strong people should not show feelings. Crying is weakness. Emotions should stay hidden. So they become emotionally closed.